gonna go with 9Z. Listen, they made a fan of me. I'm like, they're not gonna make it past the group stage. They made it past to pull off some very impressive wins against, fine, a bit of a floundering Dignitas. Fair enough, right? It went all 3 maps as well. But taking a Movistar Riders who have impressed me off late, especially with the fact you've lost your IGL and your best player, and here you are in the semifinals, very first tournament with this lineup. They have made me a fan, and I am going to be standing them. The Argentinian side.
All right, I'm going with FURIA in this one. I just feel
Fair
like
enough.
they've been incredible throughout this. I think 9Z have struggled with simplistic T sides. I think FURIA's dynamic CT side here on Mirage is going to be too much to handle. They start on the T side here, 9Z, and they start their mid play. Molotov into the window to deal with Kesserado. He has that smoke available if needed to get rid of the molly. And Art, again, being aggressive. Name of the game for him as he finds the first pick of the round. That body block smoke up the window gives Kesserado an angle to play with. And the rest of this prong to the approach of 9Z has been shut down by FURIA into pistol. 1 player left is the Chilean of David to see if he can pull this one off. 1 versus 4 in total. Already found the first pick into play. In fact, he's found all of the kills that 9Z have picked up in this pistol. And there's only 3 more remaining. There is a kit down that he has eyes on. But there's still a minute left on this clock, and he has to get to that bomb. Currently inside of the A site, and 2 players there, one watching from short up the connector walkway. Blood, it's not looking so hot here for David.
Yeah, he's in that famous Nico position where he got the, I think, a 4 ace, right? But the difference being this is even more uncomfortable. He's going to find 1. He's found 3 now. He's got time to work with, but unfortunately, Yuri and Art are going to be grouping up, teaming up together, setting up a style, but they also have to compete with the sheer ability. FURIA going into the quick mid-aggression for the first gun round. It's actually David who finds the first kill, but short-lived for the classic Art aggression. He looks back to underpass, but Rox is so ready. Bests him with the Galil. I love that play from Art, though. He was trying to isolate the 1v1 fight, but Rox, with the Galil, getting taken down to 10 points of health, however. So right now, player advantage just barely for the side of 9Z. Kesserado, though, looking to get a trade, and Rox will be expecting the double aggression. He thinks his teammates are watching mid, but using that smoke, the timing is so well played here by Kesserado. The still player up top mid, too, in fact. And Kesserado with the smoke should be able to extricate himself from this bit of an uncomfortable position. He's looking to take the fight, though. He spotted a player top mid, Incendiary, to flush him out. The fact he's still sticking around is kind of nuts for me. He has an escape route available, and finally, he will peel away. The problem here for FURIA is they have all 3 members on that A bomb site, not a single defender towards B. Of course, 9Z don't have that information. As I say that, Kesserado slowly going to be peeling back to kind of bolster, no, rather just be the sole defender at the bomb site. 9Z, they have mid-control. They have options available and quite a bit of time as well. 3 Molotovs, a smoke, that's more than sufficient utility as well to try and make safe here with the AWP. Feel a little uncomfortable.
We've seen Safe look unstoppable in this competition so far. Blood, we've only got to see him once personally, but he was looking incredible in that matchup. We kept remarking to the fact that he would not miss simple shots. Now it is his turn to try and take his team over the line here. 15 seconds left. Kesserado has been picked out. That is an open B site right now, but that bomb, it doesn't have time to go back. Instead, they have to play commit to this site, and Safe is here to try and shut it down, but can't get in the right position. DGT removes him from play.
Anyone would have expected.
And David charging his way through mid, up into connector already. FURIA still with weaknesses in this buy. They have got the AWP and they've got that ramp control. Yuri's coming with the first pick of play, Art with the second. And in fact, that's the MAC-10, so the weakest gun in play, still finding impact in the hands of Art. Yeah, of course. And looking at Max in a 2 versus 5, just in the blink of an eye, FURIA are up 3 players, nearly 4. This could be a flawless shutdown. Luckily, looking fights back for the AWP. Drop hangs around in that angle a little too long. When you duel with El Toro, you better get the horns.
Yeah, or else you're just going to get impaled straight through the head for drop, but still a big advantage here for FURIA, 4 versus 2. With that being said, Yuri and Art are kind of low. Lucan going to be grouping up with his teammate. They're still going to be going for the commit. They still have a lot of time to work with. 1 defender on that A bomb site. If they're somehow able to take down Yuri, they can potentially get the bomb down, use a Molotovs to buy them a little bit of time and play the post plan. Right now, though, both the players coming out from apartments, which is it taking a lot of time, and because Art cannot hold still, he's already pushed B apps, and now all 3 CTs are going to be gathering up. So 9Z, they had an opportunity. There was a window, but it's going to be quickly shut down.
Look at that movement. Oh, look, he shot his own teammate. Oh, he was quick, but it's so unfortunate. You do not expect Yuri to climb up the ladder.
Nice flash towards top mid there. The perfectly spaced out flashes catching Odd. And not quite able to get the opening pick.
Yeah,
the contact play probably coming in. Are they going to be running it with the flash? Yes, they are, and safe will miss the shot. The barrel has been spotted, and Yuri will fall once more to DGT.
Another time where Yuri just gets caught and it completely red. He's done it so many times now that DGT is just ready for him to be in that position. And at this point, once they clear out the site player who's playing in front of the smokes with no kills yet, that is a disaster for FURIA. You need at least one, but they found at least a trade kill on the other side of the map. And 9Z have slowed down this attack forward, which actually might give some chances here to save. They don't have smokes left.
That's such an important kill for Drop to find, because if he gets taken down, Max just runs into the B-bomb site, and now FURIA are kind of trapped, right? Now, where do they go? But him staying alive is so very crucial, and it's going to be KSRado to strike. David able to reply back on
no smokes.
A 3v3, no utility, like you said. They just going to have to go for the plant, and they will plant. Unfortunately for them, there's no one to a CD spawn, so the numbers will be punched in with 17 seconds remaining, and it's a post-plant play coming in from 9Z, and look at the health on Drop and Art.
Yeah, this is just brutality, really, from 9Z, just forcing their way into the site. They had no right, really, to get it safely there, but Drop, KSRado, and Art trying to figure out, is it even viable to get forward? They swing with a flash. KSRado trades 1 for 1. And Lukin's angle is so good to take down the head of Art, leaving KSRado to pick up the AWP and back away from the site. 9Z are showing that they can actually go toe-to-toe with FURIA in those chaotic situations. And I'm immediately seeing something that I don't like a whole lot for this FURIA side right now, Blah. When you think back to the fun, dynamic CT side of FURIA when they had and they've decided out of the timeout to go into the purchase. Now, they don't have the AWPs in play. It is the rifles and a little change up in towards their A-ramp approach. Safe getting aggressive. DGT catches out Safe and not going to be traded out here for FURIA. They're down a player again at the beginning of round 10.
They know this. There should be another player nearby as well. Fortunately for Yuri, it took a little bit of a while, so he's going to be falling back to a much more safer angle. Art with the AUG scoped in towards Palace. We have KSRado holding towards jungle, and the sole defender towards the B-bomb side has been dropped, where he hasn't really faced too much of pressure. 9Z still a minute on the clock, and DGT being afforded a potential 1v1 here. And Art is still just poking and prodding, looking to take this fight, as Yuri's going to try and get the timing. It's all about the timing here, Dinko. And he's going to be looking the wrong way. Oh, DGT catches Yuri with his pants down. They're just falling one by one. No trades, no utility. This is a little rough to watch.
9C are not doing anything to FURIA. They're just waiting for FURIA to end themselves, really, with some of these aggressive plays. 9Z just so ready for them. Now their execute begins to come in. Smoke out towards Connector. Art's actually going to play around the other side of it, and that's going to work out for 1 and a second for Art. He gets back into the smoke and he's ready, but he just can't take down Max. KSRado elsewhere, though, keeps the numbers even as we go 19 seconds. That bomb needs to get towards the site, and David brings down Drop. So it's on KSRado, and he has a chance, but Max is quick to the triggers.
This is a very impressive showing coming out from 9Z, but a very tepid. Like, that's a caveat, right? It's 9Z are not making too many mistakes. You know, DGT's looking fantastic. Everyone's looking very sharp, but FURIA have been also very, very quiet. I think that is something which has to be said. Nice flashbang, but KSRado will have enough time to recover, but it's going to be a hit coming into its connector. Art is going to find one. Yuri trying to spam away through the smoke. They know his position. He's dealing so much damage with Lukin, and Rox will chime at the same time with 2 kills. Safe a missed shot. Art will fall, and now Safe hit his shots. He's going to find 1. 3 more to go.
Yeah, stuck a ticket yet again. Flash goes up, has to worry about so many angles. Not 2 of all, but in fact, Safe will deny the bomb plant. He's now looking for a little bit more into this one. Safe looks towards Palace, DGT's position. Nobody hears the tap and the bomb again. Safe goes forward, he massacres the 3rd, and now it's down to Drop and DGT. DGT's been an absolute animal so far, and he's the bane of their existence again. Get Ferrari peak Drop. Good night. If FURIA get 5 at this half, Blood, could be enough rounds to play with for a team like FURIA. So 9Z, just to try and increase the percentage of the positive outcome for them. They really do want to try and just squeeze out this 11th round at the half.
I think the biggest, I agree with you, the biggest mistake 9Z would make is to count FURIA out.
Yeah.
You can never count them out. So, final round here. Off this first half, Drop is going to be challenged. Deep smoke. He's got another one. Actually, the flash, and he's been spotted. waiting for the Molotov to drop in, and here they come.
Yeah, Drop gonna try and play in and around his own smoke. He's just trying to buy some time so that rotation can come back in, but this time, much more convincing for 9Z to get into the site. Drop, still alive, will go down eventually. David pulls him out of play, and Kesserado through the smoke.
Oh.
You have to remember about Max. He was that lit lurk, he was that player who was being a nuisance from behind, and he's completely split up these FURIA players. Yuri's still on A. And if he wants to come back, he's got to deal with Max in this position. This is not looking good for FURIA whatsoever. Kesserado, AWP is good for one. Yuri has to try and help out his teammate, but he's gone into middle instead. So Max is coming around the backside. Kesserado goes down. And now it's just Yuri, who's had an absolute awful half coming in. He's going to have to try and make it happen, and it won't.
CT side, and VP were able to exploit that, and which is why they ran away. Not ran away, they kind of stole away the win from 9Z with 16-14. So definitely something that's going to be in the back of the minds. Lucan, the bull with the dualies, and he's looking to find a couple. He's got to find 2 kills here. Watch this thing.
Oh, he's got no fallback position. That Molly making things a little difficult, but they're not pushing towards him. He has got his teammates to back him up, but finally will get taken out.
God damn it.
Come on, boy. You hype him up, and he just flops. It's your fault.
Fair enough. Drop, though. Gonna find David, and through the smokes, heads are getting popped. 4v3, though. Make that a 3v3. Rocks with 2 taps, finding 2 kills. Bomb can be planted, however, and a retake is on.
Yeah, look at the smoke. No kid on the back. The remaining players here of 9Z who have to have quite a swift retake attempt. Players are very low here on FURIA. You can even get away with a couple of chest shots if you're not too accurate on the burst. Rox does get spotted. They're just trying to hold them back and buy as much time, just keeping them off the site. Safe even takes out Max, who's trying to push through CT spawn. Suddenly, Rox and DGT with kills, and now it's Kesserado sitting back in the ramp. 47 HP as the bullets would pass his head. That defuse in the smoke, and DGT brings him down. Kesserado out.
Very impactful pair of hands with the AWP.
Yeah, it took him a while to warm up, but has certainly got into the swing of things. Here we are now with back into play. Got this resolved. DGT has started off play with a first kill onto Art. FURIA have decided to purchase into this round, Blur. They've got rifles. They've got the investment. It looks like they try and want to fight out this ramp, and the bomb's in T-spawn, so they commit into this. They have to be successful. Safe has found David. First kill of the round for FURIA as they draw it back into the 4v4.
Lucan, maybe waiting for a flash to peek towards 10.
Oh, Max.
Oh, that's not the play. They're just feeling very uncomfortable, you know, having really no information as to where the T's were, and Max, considering how low DGT was, he should have maybe played this one a little bit more safe with the M4. And hands of DGT playing very, very passively towards Murder Hole. Now he's going to be creeping up towards Jungle, while the remaining members of FURIA group up. Now, Rox playing a forward position here is conveying a lot of information, and I am a little surprised when Lucan is peeling away from CD spawn. Bit of a puzzle for me.
Well, yeah, if you're setting up for a retake, it's looking like a safe call because they just don't really have utility, don't have kits to get back into the site. FURIA are going to take this A site, lock it in. And I can kind of get behind this for 9Z because, you know, you go for this, it's not like you win it. So you look at the rifles they've got in play. It's a
They're coming back, though.
Oh, they're coming back. Only one.
I assume that Rox, I don't know. I still don't know why Lucan fell back from A, but DGT, the timing there, he hasn't seen anyone.
The FURIA are taking a long time. And
oh
this
my lord.
DGT trying to sprite through the box, but Yuri will take him down as he climbs on top of triple. And looking in position, actually trades out for the 1-for-1, but FURIA still hold that advantage. Certainly keep eyes on that flank coming in from Palace. Problem is, it is being watched by Kesserado, and it's an MP9 for Rox. It doesn't matter. Okay, Kesserado somehow goes down. Lucan finds the follow-up, and it's all unsafe to try and win the round. 9Z into the site, no kid on their back, so the time is limited, but they still find the headshot. How have they done that? Sticking the defuse, pulling it through.
Even when they're a man down, even in the round where they're like, yeah, this retake's looking very, very unlikely. It's a bad sign here for FURIA. Odd, not wasting any time. It's going to be fast play coming into it.
I love this.
David's going to be making contact with a little bit of a wild spray coming in from the AUG, but the burst rather, is precise. Lucan with a second of his own as well.
Yuri has to bite back. Safe has come in with a Molotov kill, and suddenly the numbers are back to even odds. Equilibrium once again established as DGT brings himself through CT spawn, but the problem for FURIA is it's been stifled, it's been slowed, and DGT has crushed them down. Kesserado and Yuri both thrown into the bin, and it leaves Safe in the 1 versus 3. They brought him into the team for stability. They brought him into the team for precision. And now the clutch is needed. 1 versus 3. DGT has no idea. Sif, you absolute madman.
Oh.
He's wrapped around. DGT goes down. And now Sif in the site looking for the follow-up. Has the second. And now just one more left. Max his head spotted. Sif nearly gets back, but cannot pull it through. For DGT as well, he's like, I'll have a little look at CT, then come back. The spray wasn't as clean as you would like, but oh, that was so close. 9Z in this round, they just charged down underpass. This could be an absolute massacre in middle. Lukin's found the first. Does he go back out? He does. He can't reply for the second, though. Zip does get the kill back, and Furia, 1 for 1. It keeps going back and forth. These trades are on point. But Furia's T-side is getting dismantled. Art goes again. Drop holds the window swing. And DGT essentially stays alive, but Art brings him down. And now it's just Rox, the player that didn't have a whole lot to do, that hasn't really had the impact. A 1 versus 2 for him. If he does this, they've closed out Mirage. 16-4 versus Furia. B-side's empty though. Furia start to walk that way.
Still a minute on the clock here. A lot of options available for Furia. And yeah, B-side empty. Rox just going for the commit towards Motorhole, expecting them to slowly make their way in. There's still a very winnable retake here for Rox. Bomb in the hands of Drop. Sorry, yeah, in the hands of Drop, and he's going to be slowly making his way in. And the moment the numbers are punched in, that's Max going to be Rox making the move. But I don't think he's going to miss this one. This should be round number 5 coming in for Furia, unless
Rox, if he just lands one bullet, it would be enough. But Art, like you said,
they'll be going for 3 players now, the bomb included, making their way towards Palace. No one towards ramp. We have Art and Safe holding towards B for some aggression from 9Z. But 9Z have 3 towards mid. I like the soul. This is going to allow for a very quick rotation towards A.
Also, if David even just gets 1 kill here, that is going to help out matters. But obviously, if he gets away with 2, that really could hurt Furia because they don't have that same quick rotate back. This is a strat Furia have run a lot of times. This time, they haven't got Art actually showing the bomb on B and then running back, but they certainly are trying to fake out this B site. But they're not falling for it. David still holding down the fort on A. 1 kill onto Yuri. Drop trades it out 1 for 1. But it is still the advantage for 9Z, and the numbers are just completely dropped right now for Furia. This rotation you set up with the mid play, quick rotation certainly a factor.
Yeah, the Molotovs, however, are going to still keep them at bay, though. And you can see Lucan still paranoid because he did see a flashback being lobbed in by Safe towards B apartments. Rox playing patiently, slowly creeping his way through the murder hole as DGT finds Drop 1 by 1 to start the fall. He jumps out in the open, though, and Case Torado is not going to miss those. Trying to bait out a shot, looking for another one, but Max is going to save his teammate, and it's all on Safe, the 1v3.
We'll see if Safe can do this and keep his team alive here on Mirage. Defuse being stuck around the corner, and it's not going to happen. Looking brings down Safe. It is Max that will stick the defuse, and it is 9Z. Shut down. I'm very excited, but ladies and gentlemen, we're hopping into Ancient. It is time to see if this Cinderella story will continue versus Furia, heading into map number 2. Furia's map pick versus 9Z, and they will be starting on the T side here. Furia, 9Z over on the CT side. Is that going to help 9Z here getting the CT side to start play?
Yeah, for sure. Like, listen, you've pulled off an incredible win on your map pick. This is an opportunity. If you're able to kind of create a stranglehold in this map, the way they were able to dictate the pace on Mirage on the T side, it's easier on the CD side here on Ancient, right? If you're able to do that, kind of suffocate Furia, force him to go for a bit of YOLO plays and whatnot, get like 11, 12 rounds, you might actually pull off the biggest upset we've seen thus far. A fast play, however, taking place here on towards the A bomb side, and DGT and David are just lining up the headshots.
Yeah, 2 initial kills for 9Z. Strong start in the defensive hold, and that's actually scared Furia back. They're going to be walking all the way away from A, seeing if they can get in towards this B side. Keserado currently over here in this B ramp. Smoke still up. His teammates actually deciding to stick around towards A right now. They have over a minute left, so plenty of options still available, even though they are down 2 players.
Keserado being a bit of a sneak.
See if he can get this pick. If he can, what opens up the round again.
Not fully yet, though. There's still a player inside of Jaguar. And Keserado has no idea about that.
Bomb's coming B. Still, you got 1 player in the form of Safe, still at this A site. Keserado looking to take some control down. David wrapping him. And Keserado not ready for that. Bomb has been spotted now as well. Yuri goes down, bomb down. And look at Safe's position. So far removed from it. 40 seconds, still enough time to get towards that bomb, but still has to move quite swiftly. Considering he has to cut through numbers of players to get there, and he'll be caught trying to transition up to the A side, stacking
the B side with 3 CTs. They have 1 towards mid, 1 donut. And that's a pretty standard setup altogether. And Lucan with the AWP, just going to be holding towards Red Room. And the 3 rifles lying in wait. And this could be the right play, because FURIA, the way they're approaching this, it is looking very likely it's going to be an eventual hit coming in towards B. The problem here for FURIA, however, Dinko, is because of the amount of utility they expended towards mid. They have a smoke, a flash, and 1 HE remaining.
They gotta rely on the sheer brute force. With this smoke up, David not looking the right way.
Oh my.
FURIA could slip past him. He seems to be aware, and they have wrapped around. Kesserado is meticulous in his approach. And now the donut has fallen. 40 seconds left. 9Z actually relinquishing control of the A site, playing up in this CT spot. They actually don't have a whole lot of utility. At least they do have a smoke here. FURIA to throw that down in towards spawn. 30 seconds left. They populate the temple here, 9Z, but they can't do much about that bomb plan. FURIA still with a man advantage. Now they even spot DGT's position. He spotted the arm of Art, and he will bring him down on the swing out to the right side. So numbers once again back to a 4v4. Some utility left here for the retake attempt of 9Z, but Yuri chips in for FURIA. Safe on the follow-up, and that is enough resistance from FURIA on the site to force 9Z back into the save call.
Ballsy call coming in from Odd there, walking in through the donut smoke. And look, I really don't blame, I do believe it was David who was playing to his donut, who was playing the anti-flash. He's like, they're going to definitely flash their way in, but no. Kesserado walks in through the smoke, wraps around donut.
He's like, surprise!
That is the most FURIA play ever. Yeah. Takes him down. And bear in mind, even though Lucan had the AWP, he had the cross covered.
Oh, he's lost the op.
And we've seen scorelines similar to that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll see if FURIA can deal with utility now that 9Z have deployed down into mid. Looking, playing forward with it, gapping that smoke, and Kesserado actually playing in around it. And that's going to cost 9Z another one. They're going to throw a smoke down into elbow just to consolidate control of middle. But look at FURIA, how they're setting up. Bomb's still near spawn, so they're leaving themselves with options. That signals it shouldn't actually be too much of a commit just yet. But they're still trying to force out towards A, create that space, and they're using quite a bit of utility. In fact, they're just down to 1 smoke left now, Blah. Art is really trying to force the issue in this A site. He's given the chance, but he's unable to take the kill. DGT removes Art from play, and now it's an advantage doubled for 9Z in the mid-fight. Drop able to trade it out quite quickly, and Max looking to get aggressive. That bomb, look where it is. It's still towards T-spawn. FURIA have to go back and get that, and he's cut off the pathway. They can't get to the bomb. Oh, this round just, it fell apart for FURIA. It felt like everybody was on a different page. They were committing at different times.
Correct us on Twitter.
Well, maybe if they do a winner's interview, we can ask.
We can ask him directly, yeah. Our desk can probably ask him as well. But David has also been... It's so hard to be like, yeah, it's DGT, but no, David has been pristine as well. He's getting pressured, however. All his job right now is delay. Delay and stay alive. His teammates are arriving. He's very, very low, though. He's going to smoke himself off, and there we go. The cavalry has arrived, and the cavalry's name is Digit. But the bomb getting planted. Suddenly, this round is doable.
At this point, Art with a MAC-10, not looking great for the round win, but he's got an M4A1S. He climbs into the temple and sneaks around. He's found David. That's another kill. Art has a chance to win this round. Starting to wrap back, trying to get in a position with long range. Defuse being stuck. He can't find the angle. Rox has done it. He's won the round. And Art will go down. Fire to be lit underneath them just to get them into the last few rounds of this first half.
Even a 9-6, a 10-5, I'm still going to be worried for FURIA. Because as you correctly pointed out, they are playing like the underdogs here.
They absolutely are, and they're setting up for the B play. Kesserado finally gets the opening pick. Art traded in the spray battle. Rox is under pressure. Get your gun out! Oh, he's going to get overrun. Yuri removes him. Yuri goes down just after 1. That's the only impact he'll find in this round. Max begins to spray down. Here's the bomb being planted, but it's on the other side of the pillar. It's Lucan's turn to search for his victim. Safe is that player. And now Kesserado and Drop's in a position that they might not expect. Kesserado can play alongside of him. The smoke actually allows Kesserado to get closer towards the site. He knows there's no one on that bomb, so this position he can find. Lucan's pushed forward. Drop holds it, and a kill for FURIA. Now doubled up, and it's just David left, nowhere near the site. He will start his walk down the ramp, but this time is ticking. David far removed from play. At least on the way out will drop Kesserado. Again, making it expensive for FURIA, but they get 4 rounds.
Much needed fourth round coming into FURIA. And again, coming down to a very, very well-played 2v.
9Z finally hit a ceiling that's too high for them, right? Nope. They just keep... They just don't stop. They break through it, man. They just barge their way through. Max, while blinded, still gets the kill on drop. No, FURIA struggling in the early round.
Even if they crack this A site, look at how close the rotation is. All 3 men.
They're all squished. They're completely trapped.
They're just going to be coming up towards Jaguar. And FURIA are like, okay, we got the site. And next thing you know, before you even get the bomb down, they're going to be taken down here. Smokes are going to be deployed. It's all about timing here, Dinko.
And David's right behind him. Numbers. Yuri looks back. This could be an absolute massacre, or it could be recovery for FURIA. Yuri with 2, Art with a follow-up, and now suddenly it is FURIA with a 2-man advantage. It was looking so good for 9Z. But now FURIA in the driver's seat and comfortably. But all of their players are low. All of them are incredibly low. If you even land a couple of shots, Lookin's position, he's now alone. So as soon as his position, he's just stuck in mid. Teammates are on the other side of the map, and they're trying to split this. And Lookin has cut off Yuri, leaving just 2 players in FURIA. And those numbers are back to even odds again. And the lineup for Max.
Jaguar got a bomb alongside on the back of Max as well. He's the guy with all the utility remaining. We did see Rox deploy smoke towards top of mid, making a little bit of noise, but Hit is going to be coming in towards the B bomb site.
And they're going to go right into Yuri's setup. He is meant to be the distracted player, and Yuri will still come away with 1. Safe on the reply as well, just keeps them into the 3 versus 3. Hits the headshot before going down, and a 2 versus 2. 9Z with a bomb now down on the B ramp. This is a bit of a disaster, blah.
Still a 2v2, still a lot of time to work with. However, Art and Drop, USPs up close. The Glocks could come out on top. And look at Rox, the patience coming out of him. I love this. And Rock's going to find Art the 1v1, but Drop will drop both of them. And that is going to be FURIA winning up still there. This is going to be very rough for 9Z.
Yeah, you have to run through a smoke. You have to go. You have to run right into Drop, and he gets away with 2. Safe has missed the first shot. Still recovers. Does not miss twice. 13 seconds left. Lookin does bring down Kesterado, but they realize this round is done. And luckily, Lookin doesn't die after time. Does get killed just on the way out, and DGT, he's just left alone in the world with an A control. Safe just kind of tasked holding it from top mid with the AWP, and they let 9Z take mid. But they also put a player in A main. It's Art actually a little bit further pushed up, and he has got Kesterado taking that initial attention. But are they going to check Art? They will, and somehow Art doesn't come out with a kill. Luckily, Kesterado is good for the trade, but now here comes the attack. 9Z starting to charge it down. The players begin to try and split. That leg shot from Kesterado throws it in. Is that going to be enough? It will be. 1 for Kesterado, Yuri on for 2, and it's just Max left in the 1 versus 3, wrapping around the backside. Drop gets the read, but Max gets the lineup. 2 down, and now just 1 left. Max versus Yuri, 13 rounds on the line for either side.
They know where he knows where he is. Information just conveyed. He was a little paranoid as to where Yuri was, but Yuri getting those 2 kills, they know exactly which side he's on.
And the bomb, that is a big factor here right now. Outside of A main, that is the recovery mission for Max. Yuri realizes that. He knows the bomb is down in this position, and so that Max has to come from a different approach. But because of the time Max had available, he can play the mind games. He can slow it down. Yuri has to think about all the possibilities that Max could go through, and he is starting to come around tempo. Yuri's looking the right way, and Max has done it! 3 and 13 rounds. Aggression. He's got his teammate.
I like it.
He took damage sound Q mid, and he knows now players are outside of V-lane. That's information picked up for FURIA early in the round. Are they going to be expecting Safe in this position, Blair? He's got the arms, he's got the info. Smoke out, he's looking to get the timing. His teammates get mollied out of position. Now they're double stacked in the corner. Now they killed Yuri, they don't expect Safe. Surely, they still begin to check, and the AWP has now picked up 1. Safe decides to switch out to the AK, and 9Z don't feel good about running through the smoke after him.
They know he's still here, though. I guess Kesterado, in the meantime, is going to find a pick onto Lucan all the way from mid. But DGT trying to thread the needle, trying to find that opening. And look at the flank. This is massive from DGT if he continues to push on ahead. But no, he's going to call Red Room his home for the time being, looking to catch anyone making the way outside from Donut. And that is what's going to be Kesterado if he does want to be aggressive. But when you're in a 4 versus 3 for FURIA, you do not want to go for any info plays. You just hold the angles and play very passively. Actually, it's Art holding it towards Donut over here. So DGT, he had a window there, Dinko.
He is the last line of defense, though, Blair, on this A side. It's very slow to get back there if you're safe.
MP9, though.
And Art in position in Donut. Close quarters battle with the MP9. He can maybe rattle away 1, but more than that, unlikely. Art gets the first, and the spacing's not good, so yes, he can, in fact, have an opportunity for a follow-up kill. Close to it. But he's bought time, and that's the most important because now Safe is back in a position. What a shot! So quick to the body of DGT is now David into the clutch. 6 seconds, goes to the commit for the plant. There's no other option. David has to win a 1 versus 3. Can 9Z have 2 miracle clutches in a row? David has the chances. The 1v1s are there. Caserado quick on the trigger, and FURIA will equalize on the board.
Well played from Caserado there. He just held the angle, looking like Nuke coming up in the next couple of minutes, but still, you can never count them out. The buy, as you pointed out, is not great. It's a Mac 10, but here comes the fast play, just pushing in towards the B bomb site, and Drop is gonna find one and the second.
Well, Drop takes down David and Rocks. And it's looking rough now for 9Z as they are getting toyed with. This buy had everything into it. That smoke's up. And that's not going to make that molly work at all. Safe is holding down the ramp. Just 1 player left. Looking in with 2. Nearly a third.
Keep finding a way. They're the little team who never ever seemingly seem to give up. And I've already said I'm a 9Z fan. And listen, Ancient can be hard, right? It can be very suffocating. But Nuke is a map where, look, here's the thing. For a new team, especially with 2 new members coming in IGL shifting, Nuke is a very hard map. Especially when you really haven't had much time to prep. So even though it's not going to be starting on the CT side, I don't think it's ever going to be easy considering FURIA dismantled Order 16-4 earlier. But here we go. FURIA wasting no time, wresting control of ramp very early on. And they do have 2 defenders downstairs.
DGT, the absolute beast, the animal, the Terminator throughout this one. Trying to get it started with a pistol kill, but FURIA are going back up the ramp already. Looking just holding down from hell. Yuri will fall. An advantage siding here already with 9Z. Can they hold on to it? In fact, can they extend upon it? Max gets caught and damaged up, but no kills yet for FURIA.
Strange round. The bomb is making its way back down. Lucan catching safely. That's important. If he's able to somehow stay alive, this could be massive. He needs to win this duel. Has time for the reload. They know exactly where the final 2 players are. 1 remains, and Lucan with a massive 3K. But it's going to be a fast hit coming out here all the way to
DGT
with the FAMAS. He's still going to stick around, Dinko, and that's, I'm not too sure about that. Finds one, but he gives up ramp control.
He was to his position late. What else could he do, really? So at least he gets away with 1. Max trades it out as well, so down to the 3v3. Lucan has already made this early rotation down to the window room at B. Rox is there with him, so they do have numbers here in 9Z, and that's going to make it a little more uncomfortable for FURIA to get down into the site. Yeah, I'm taking the time because they've got plenty of it here, FURIA.
They do have a lot of time, and the problem is the 2 CTs presence very close by Lucan.
A lot of utility as well for the CTs here, but...
Yep, and they still have another player outside, and he can start making his way down. He's very far away all the way towards red. That is, of course, Max. So he needs to make a little bit of haste. Molotov going to be lobbed in. Odd trapped in the corner, but he's got Drop to back him up.
Oh, this is going to be an explosive retake attempt, but Art might just take out one of those players first. He will. Quick trade from Lucan. At this point, 9Z have got to go, and you got to deal with Caserado up in these rafters as well. It's not an easy position to force out. As the time takes on, 9Z's chances begin to dwindle away. Lucan goes for the 1v1 fight, and will go down. Caserado removes him.
Yeah, they ran out of time. They had to just go in for the play. And speaking of going for the play, it is going to be FURIA. Art leading the charge, spots the player up top.
Oh, yeah.
A bit of a wild spray, but he will find David. They still know there's a player behind, and it is going to be Rox with the FAMAS, able to find one. Lucan chipping in one of his own 3v3, but Yuri comes charging out the Ferrari peak, and DGT is no more.
Max and Lucan now have to look to the 2 versus 3 retake. They don't have utility for it, and Maximiliano starting to flank around the backside. If he can get in lobby quick enough, but it looks like it's just going to be dropped back into T-spawn. Not in a position to do much here, so saving what they've got. Caserado, oh no, he's taking Looking out. I'm sure it's only a moment of time before he decides to look for Max and spawn, and Max is in a good position to take Caserado out, and he will do that. That's an upgrade to an AK if he wants it. But maybe just dropping back deeper into spawn is the correct call here. Just get that in for it into the next confirmed. And it is FURIA.
It had to have been an Ancient, because Nuke, it's so frustrating to play against FURIA.
And it's so difficult when you're a team that's just lost your IGL, having to rebuild with this new project. Nuke is a map that takes a long time to sort of figure out properly what your playstyle is on this map, all the intricacies, and you're playing against a very complex team that plays an unorthodox playstyle. There's a whole lot that needs to go into this. You have to be very confident in your own Nuke to go up against FURIA and succeed. But 9Z right now, they've got the buyout, they've got that AWP in the hands of Lucan, and we have talked about this guy at length, about how good he can be with that AWP.
El Toro. Time to shine. Time to ram it into FURIA.
And now DGT holding down the ramp play. Not really peeking per se for the information, just holding it down as we go under 1 minute. Smoke execute from FURIA goes to the deep variation that covers off garage and front main, and that does give Art a little bit of space to try and isolate this player in back garage. His teammates have actually thrown a smoke that has a gap on this left side, so Max is going to try and play with it. He's going to try and wrap around, and Yuri's caught for free, and Art has slipped the net. Ships in the night as they cross each other through the smoke, but Art will trade that. He'll trade that kill for position. But now he really has to make it work because you've lost 2 players, you've sacrificed your teammate, and you need to get into heaven. If Art gets behind them, they will have no idea how this was even possible.
Oh my god.
Art, the mad genius, he's not going to see him!
Doesn't matter!
He's in heaven though. He had a chance for an easy free kill, but he's going to kill the Hut player, and now his position so strong, he's going to look for the follow-up in the site. Flash goes down. Safe has killed his teammate. Art finds another one, and it's Dave down.
Okay.
And now Art is looking in the clutch alone. He's 1 versus 3. He has to drop down. That sound cue made in the time. Art can't die after it. He has to run away, and what a disaster. Tournament goes on. Is now 9Z in the lead. FURIA back to the AKs. Utility out there as well, and Drop has their first kill of the round. It's short-lived though. That advantage is pulled back by Max, who actually has committed ramp with his teammate, but they will start to alleviate some of that pressure because FURIA are now turning their attentions to a possible A-pop.
Safe getting neutralized as well by Rocks. Just spamming away. And that's one Danger Man taken care of. Still have Yuri, Art, and Drop alive for FURIA. What are they going to be doing here? Making a lot of noise here is Art as usual, but this time he's not being sneaky. He's trying to sell this presence towards outside. Well, is he going to be walking in through the smoke? No, he's not. In the meantime, the bomb on the back of Yuri, just holding towards the lobby, waiting for 9Z to maybe go for a play. But for 9Z, the 4 versus 2, there's no need for them to get over eager, try and find any information. Just hold on to these sites and set up a crossfires. Even have a player towards ramp. And Rox looking at it the worst time possible. Art's just teasing him while his teammates come on out. But Rox is very well aware of what the play is going to be. And he is going to find a kill. But not before he gets taken down. DGT just peers around the corner. Timing doesn't work out for Lucan. And suddenly, somehow, it's a 2v2.
Yeah, 35 seconds. Lucan's AWP is still on the server, so with that, a real chance. Lucan decides to dive down out of heaven. 27 seconds left. Art still up on this side. His teammate beside him. 9Z have split up at this point. 1 on the upper side, 1 down lower, which means that rotation, of course, has to come in quickly from the lower side player to get back to help out, especially with looking in close quarters with this AWP. You can't just have that quick run-in mentality. You have to wait on your teammate to get into position. So this gives FURIA some time to get into a better position. But if they cross over into Lucan's scope, this is a 1v1. And that's an easy kill for Lucan. And now suddenly it is just Art left alone. A 1 versus 2 for the leader of FURIA. He goes in towards the hut. This position could isolate it into a 1v1 if the spacing's off, and it's the first headshot. Now just 1 for Art. He's running out of ammo, and he's got it! Art clutches it out for FURIA as they tie up.
Crack it open thanks to the mad genius of Art. Here we go though. Max playing the smoke, but they're aware that smoke can afford a one-way, and Yuri is gonna decapitate Max. Lucan, however, able to trade.
Yeah, Lucan's looking for a follow-up. Searching for his second kill of the round, unable to get it, so it's now DGT under pressure as they group up and charge down the ramp, but he handles the pressure, he does not crack. David, unfortunately, does get bested, so FURIA able to equalize out the numbers again. Rox actually gets the timing to push forward without getting spotted by Yuri. So if they drop back and try and go back into the lobby, it's not going to be easy. Does Yuri check this? Doesn't look like it. If Rox plays a little bit more proactive and forward-thinking, don't think he will, given his position. At this point, if you commit into that, you might get caught out, so he's not going to get the info. They are grouping up to walk down into ramp, but DGT is ready. Problem is he's 9 HP. So finding that multi-kill potential is very difficult on low health. DGT holds position. Is he going to select the right angle to hold? Is he going to get caught by the timing? I think he might do. Bly finally turns back. It's the first headshot and safe, and he actually has the cover to play for more. At least he buys a little bit of time, and that kill turns it into the 2v2.
Bomb gonna be planted here. And Rox making his way towards Decon. He's gonna wait. Oh, he's not gonna wait. Just the door's open. It's a jaw. And Yuri spotting him out. And Drop just trying to be trying to find a second player. They have no idea where he's coming from, and it's of course Lucan with the AWP, while Rox is just baiting out a shot.
Yuri.
But Yuri is aware. He's no fool. He's not going to fall for it. He's going to find Lucan, and Rox now left alone in the 1 versus 2. Is he going to...
No way.
No way.
Not like this.
No way.
Oh, he's sticking it. Oh! Bro's down back. That is ridiculous.
Beast. What a CD side there with the AWP. But this is a harder challenge than good. T side, nuke against the wall of Furia. Early smoke being expended here. And
that's not a good start for 9Z at all. Art with a good pick. Furia. We've seen what they can do when they get on the CT side. They win the pistol blood. They can start to really snowball. We'll see if Yuri's Jewel Berettas can get any action. You love to see Yuri's always picking up the Julies.
If Moses is watching right now, he's excited, and there we go. The Dualies finds one, almost gets a second kill, but he will be hunted down. David with the 1 and the 2, and looking for more. Is he safe? Getting gushed in the face, and K-Serrado waiting. Look at David just hunting down safe. Nowhere can he hide, and K-Serrado though still lying in wait.
Yeah, K-Serrado coming back up the vent. A little bit of a quiet first half from his own performance, but CT side he can really light up. If he gets a start in the pistol, certainly can be a factor, but his pistol poked through the vent, but it doesn't even matter. K-Serrado's still in with a kill, and now it's suddenly DGT. 1 versus 2, looking for the clutch. What a fantastic player he has been throughout this competition. To get them 10 rounds, he goes for the pistol, and now he draws them back. They force him further back into hut, and Drop is sticking, and he's got a kit in his back. That is it, stolen away. Pistol will go to Furia. DGT needed to fight him, but unfortunately couldn't quite get the perfect kind of round for Max to do it, right? He's got a Mac 10.
He's IGL.
Yeah, just go on in. Just go all in. Just try and frag it open. And well, safe. Fool getting dinked up. Actually still commits to the kill, and he's sticking around. He wants to follow up.
I thought it'd do more damage. He just took 7 points of damage.
Yeah, CSGO.
Well, Drop though. He's gonna try and keep them at bay. You're just moving around. I love how Drop
Safe is in the vent. Safe is in the vent with the AWP, and he's able to come away with a kill. Max down. 2 kills now. 9Z, if they found it difficult on their T sides at the beginning of the round, try and deal with a 2-man deficit.
And the thing is, like, Drop, right? The way he's just moving around ramp, he's not being predicted. Like, you can't predict him at all. He's not. Sometimes he's playing way more passively, holding that 1 and done spot, getting a 2K. This time, he's just keeping them back towards the trophy cabinet area, not able to push on. And yeah, and then you have Safe, you know, getting a kill, despite being dinged, dropping down towards vents all alone, hunting the player down. And yeah, sure, he's down to 18 HP, but it doesn't really matter. And 9Z just spamming away, hoping to deal a little bit of damage, but Furia, they're on top of the chaos right now, 11-9, and 9Z, as you said, 2-man deficit. Where did it go from here? They have a smoke, they have a Molotov. Slowly poking towards ramp, which has been given up. Yeah, it's been given up. With 5 players around, there's so many angles to check there, man. And you don't have time. There's 27 seconds. You have to just go in for the full commit.
Well, the bomb is still on David's back, and he is going up heaven.
Okay.
20 seconds, David.
It's a fake.
You gotta just save now at this point. Unless you make the sprint down to B, if Looking gets this kill, maybe there's enough time to get down into the site. If David can get across safely, he's going to charge down.
They can plant.
He can get onto the site. Rox has been taken out of play, so there's the numbers down again, and David down. That's not enough time anymore. Looking left in a 1v4, and they might just kill him after the time. Just before the time, Yuri commits to the kill. Outside, they're going with the execute. This is what we asked for, but there's a massive gap. Art didn't get his gun out. Art did not have his gun out. He had a chance for a kill, but decided to switch to some utility and then gets caught out of position. So K-Serrado's had to make that quick rotation down into the vent.
Pace. Pace from 9Z.
Speed.
Can they do more? Oh, once again, they slow it down. This time, this makes more sense, I think, because they have the man advantage. You can expect Furia to go poking and prodding to try and gather the information, right? That is what they're waiting for over here. Earlier, when they slowed things down, it was Furia had the advantage. Here we go to Safe. He's going to be holding the angle. Finds Rox. Molotov as well to prevent the potential trade from taking place. Yuri up close and personal. He's going to go running ahead. K-Serrado save. Yuri will continue to push on ahead further. I'm not too sure why he went for that one. And that's going to allow 9Z to neutralize the man advantage and drop with the flag.
Here we go.
This is God tier. Both them pushing in.
This could be just an absolute shutdown, but oh no! Will they expect a second player? There's 2 there, though. Play and they will! They turn around and find him as well. That looked dead to rights, and now it's on to Safe for the clutch. David's giving him a chance here. Does Safe predict the wide angle?
No, there's no... Oh my god, he still knew. He's so good, but yeah, this round, this one is done, and I'm glad 9Z were able to switch things up a little bit, right? Aggression coming out. Not a big fan of Yuri just running out, trying to get the second kill. I mean, he did his job, you know, protecting K-Serrato. They could have fallen back. And that 3 plays on the upper bomb side, right? And for drop, the timing. Nice shot there. But FURIA at 14. They want to get that 16 and just close out regulation if they can, but they still only need to first win 4 in a row to tie things up. And it's looking grim. And all honesty, dropped a brilliant shot onto rocks.
Oh, drop another one.
Just no chance to trade. He is so solid towards ramp.
And he's so confident. That smoke has a little gap in it. Maybe to try and pull them in. A little trick, deceiving piece of utility. Try and pull them in. It drops crosshair for the third, but very confident, proactive player on the ramp. Really aware of all of the ways he can play it. But look at Sif. Another missed shot. Moving slightly upon taking it. That's at least a lifeline being given to 9Z. It isn't much, but it is something at least. 3 versus 5. It's in a doable position, but certainly difficult. Max needs to find some space. He needs to create it. Yuri's not peeking for the information, but once K-Serrato gets checked, Yuri is so ready to swing out and just catch them. That Molly trying to pull K-Serrato into the open, into the fight. He's burning. He will go down without a fight. And so Yuri at the back of the site has much more pressure. He's down as well. And somehow 3 kills in quick succession for 9Z. Art begins to come up the vent. That nade thrown by Yuri at the end actually brings the numbers back down into the 2v2. But yes, time certainly a factor here for 9Z. Drop at Heaven has rotated back from his initial ramp position. Art still in the vent, covering off that fallback plan for 9Z, so it is a commit to the A side. Drop realizes if he can get the chance here to shut down the bomb plant, things could just be a nightmare. He doesn't deny, but he gets both. Drop shuts it down with a 4K. It's 15 for FURIA. It's going to start for them. A lot of success rounds for them have involved outside executes. Art looking to be disruptive. Throws the net in towards the door. Smoked out in front of him. K-Serrato will now take position to watch that squeaky door from the top of hut.
K-Serrato.
David needs to be careful. K-Serrato with the first kill of play. Yuri with the follow-up. FURIA into a 2-man advantage. Looking, diving down, realizing numbers are needed here for 9Z. They've got to plug the hole.
They have to plug it immediately here. DGT. K-Serrato, are they going to be expecting him to be holding the same angle despite being tagged down to 22 HP? Finally, he drops on down. Yuri playing a very, very brave position there. They need to find something, and something will be found. DGT immediately dispatches of Yuri, and Max joining the fray as well. They're looking to open up the site. Still need to take care of K-Serrato, who's very, very low, but somehow seemingly impervious to the bullets. Finally, he falls to the no-scope from Lucan, but Art's going to find DGT. 3v2.
Oh, safe. He's had multiple chances, but he's missing the shots, and now he can't miss. Shot out to the left side, and drop will close.